I'm proud to be an American. Believe it or not, those were the first words I ever uttered in a public speech. I'm proud to be an American. It was the 5th grade play, so, it might not have been as elaborate as Toastmasters, but I was proud to be an American. And as I was reflecting on that for this weekend being Memorial Day, I wondered, am I proud to be an American? And if I am, why? Fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, I am proud to be an American because of my family. It started with my grandmother. And I want you to imagine, itty-bitty little woman, about 5'2", short cropped black hair, and stunning. I mean, gorgeous, makes Elizabeth Taylor look ugly. Beautiful woman. Passing this message on in a very crisp English accent. Yes, I learned patriotism from an English grandmother. She was proud to be an American from the moment she stepped on the American soil until the day she died. I'd like to share with you a memorable experience, Memorial Day, with my family. My grandmother taught my mom we have to show up on Memorial Day proud to be Americans. If you haven't missed it yet in the speech, I'm proud to be an American. What my mother would do every morning is holler at Memorial Day, holler out, do you have your red, white, and blue? Do you have your red, white, and blue? That was code in my family. You better be dressed in your red, white, and blue because we're going to Memorial Day, the Memorial Day Parade. My mom would herd us in the car, my brother and me, and drive early in the morning, all the way to Alaska. Every day, every Memorial Day. It only took her an hour because it was Alaska, Michigan, and it was only an hour. But we did go. Rain, sun, or shine, we would show up. And you would find we'd have to stand together as a family, and so you would find us all because there would be a big cluster of red, white, and blue. All the Wellers, multiple generations, standing there for the Memorial Day Parade. The parade would come by, and then there would be speeches in honor of the people who passed away for our country. And one of the things they would do is there'd be the taps playing, and then there was the echo of the taps in the background. And just standing there, and the feeling of being happy to be in America. And then came the 6-gun salute. Soldiers decked out in their outfits. Can you see them? All from World War II, Vietnam, etc. Standing there, and they had to do usually a 6-gun salute. So they'd stand there, they'd get the announcement to do it, step back, take aim, pow! Do you know how loud that is? So all of us kids are standing there, hands in our ears, little babies are crying, eyes wide open, and little kids who'd been there before, poised to run. What were they going to run to? The shells, the casings that came from the gun. So once the soldiers were done and the speech was over, the kids would run, my brother in particular, run, to get all those shells. And every year he'd get 1, 2, you never knew how many he would get. But my grandmother said to my mom, I don't think that's the message we want to pass on about being patriotic. Guns and casings? I don't think so. My grandmother told my mother, go have him get a picture with one of the soldiers. My grandmother, British, English, told her, it was not a request, it was a command with my grandmother. My mom went and got a picture and asked the soldier one year, will you take a picture with my son? And the guy said, of course, standing there in his uniform, looking all proud, not a very big man. And my brother, like most kids, started out small. That's how they start, right? Every year he would get bigger. Every year we have a picture of him with the same soldier. You can see it as my brother grew and grew and grew. Of course, my brother's 6'5", so you can imagine those pictures. You could do a little flip book and see him grow if you like. And that was the message she wanted to pass on. We don't just go to Memorial Day, get a 3-day weekend, and go from there. The last thing that we would do as a family is we'd cluster around that sign, again, red, white, and blue, that said Alaska. So you had to have your picture of Alaska Every year, red, white, and blue. Sometimes there's a few people, sometimes there's more people. To this day, that's what we do. The picture around Alaska. As I was practicing my speech today with my mom, she said, I'm so touched that you're sharing this in honor of your grandmother. And she said, we're currently driving to Indiana to buy your grandfather his red, white, and blue hat. So the message continues to wear your red, white, and blue on Memorial Day. And so in close, I stand before you, saying the words I said during my first speech in a public setting, my debut, if you will. I am proud to be an American.